I'm going to tell you every difference between AirPods Pro and AirPods Pro 2. Welcome everybody to Apple Insider. AirPods 2, rumored for a very long time, and they are finally here. And I'm going to show you every single thing that Apple improved. Every single one, from the original first generation AirPods Pro to the new, much improved second generation AirPods Pro, and can hopefully even give you some guidance or help you make a decision on whether or not it's worth upgrading or picking these up for the very first time. So let's go ahead and kick things off. At first blush, the AirPods Pro and AirPods Pro 2 cases look nearly indistinguishable. In my video, you'll be able to tell them apart because I have an icon, an emoji, emblazoned on the front of the AirPods Pro 2 case. You don't have to get that, I just chose to, but it will give you a visual identifier between these two as we move throughout. There are other changes as well to the AirPods Pro 2 case. For example, you'll see these speaker holes, they're located on the bottom, and on the side, there's the lanyard loop. Apple does not include a lanyard. You'll have to provide your own. This is a leather one from Moment, though a bunch of other companies, in case I believe Belkin and probably every other third-party accessory maker under the sun, will have some sort of AirPods Pro loop that you can attach. But really anything that is small enough to fit in the little anchor will work just fine. If you have the AirPods Pro and you want to know if the AirPods Pro cases will work on the AirPods Pro 2, yes, they will fit because it's the same dimensions, though it will cover the speaker ports on the bottom and the lanyard loop there on the side. Just something to take into consideration when you are deciding if you want a new case or not for your AirPods Pro 2. Couple more small things with the AirPods Pro 2 case. So the speaker on the bottom, it cannot be used to play music. It's not like a loudspeaker that you can play music by. Rather, it's used for a few different utilities. One of them being, now when you place the AirPods Pro 2 on a charger, it'll make a little noise to let you know that they're actively charging. The other thing is Find My capabilities. Apple has put a U1 chip inside of the AirPods Pro 2 case. That is Apple's ultra-wideband chip, and it's used for location tracking and precision finding, as Apple calls it. You'll be able to use your iPhone, move around to help you locate your AirPods Pro 2 case, and you can even make a noise from that speaker. And in my testing, that noise is very loud, even when it isn't buried inside of a couch cushion. Very cool. You could track down your original AirPods Pro using the Find My app. It just lacked that precision finding feature and the speaker on the case itself. So you could still find these, they could still be locked to your Apple ID, everything like that. But it's just much easier to find with the new second generation units. Lastly, and this is just kind of small and cool, if you do get an emoji or letters, anything like that printed on the front, which again is totally optional, that you could do before, but now during the setup process, that will appear on screen in the animation, which I think is so cool. So you just bring these near, open up to pair, just as you normally would, but now your emoji, your monogram, anything like that will be shared and show up on the screen. It's just a really cool little effect. I have to try so hard not to mix these up with one another, but let's look at the design of the actual earbuds themselves. So again, visually, these things look pretty much the same. They have the same shape, size, controls, all of that is the same from the outside. One visual difference you would notice is the skin contact sensor. It's much smaller on the new AirPods Pro, and it's actually the same one that's been borrowed from the AirPods 3. The AirPods 3rd generation had this new improved skin detection sensor that was better at detecting your actual skin versus other things. With the original AirPods Pro, sometimes I just toss them in my pocket and they would detect and start playing content just because it got dark and it thinks it's touching my ear. That shouldn't be a problem with the new AirPods Pro 2. New, smaller skin detection sensors that are more accurate and won't inadvertently get triggered by just being tossed inside of a dark space. The other change is that Apple has a new extra small set of ear tips. The original AirPods Pro came with small, medium, and large. AirPods Pro 2 come in extra small, medium, and large, which should allow these to fit a wider range of customers' ears. On top of that, the ear tips have been updated to include a slightly different mesh material. It looks a little bit wider than the original ones, but it really isn't too big of a difference. For AirPods Pro 2, Apple's updated the controls. Both the original AirPods Pro and AirPods Pro 2 have 4 stems that you can use to control your music playback, accessing Siri, or changing the A and C modes. With the second generation AirPods Pro, Apple has a new gesture which is sliding your finger up and down the earbud. In doing so, you can now adjust the volume. It's really handy because it's the first time the AirPods Pro have had independent volume controls from your Apple Watch, your iPhone, anything like that. It's so easy now to control your volume directly from your ears. The last change on the actual design of the earbuds is Apple has a new microphone setup. Now it's able to use the new power of the H2 chip and some new algorithms and the improved microphone to just give you overall better audio quality when making a phone call, recording anything, all of that. So new mics here on the AirPods Pro 2. What about the power and battery life? Starting off with charging. Both AirPods Pro and AirPods Pro 2 have a lightning port there on the bottom to charge them up using the same cord as your iPhone. Additionally, they both support Qi wireless charging and MagSafe, at least with an asterisk. Technically, the original AirPods Pro didn't support MagSafe directly with the magnetic ring, but Apple released a revised version not long after MagSafe was announced, bringing support for kind of actual MagSafe alignment. So the AirPods Pro original ones did eventually have support for actual MagSafe. The new version of AirPods Pro also adds support for Apple Watch chargers. So that's right, you can now charge your new AirPods Pro 2 with Lightning, Qi, MagSafe, or an Apple Watch charger that you have with you. So easy to charge these things up. Additionally, Apple's boosted battery life. For the earbuds themselves, they go from 4.5 hours with ANC turned on all the way up to 6 hours, an additional hour and a half of battery life. In total, you should get around 30 hours from a single charge on your case versus I believe only around 24 on the last generation. Now let's talk about more of the internals and the audio quality. With the AirPods Pro 2, Apple has a new chip running things, and that's its H2. That's its wireless headphone chip, and it runs everything that the AirPods Pro do, including spatial audio, ANC, transparency modes. All of this stuff is done with the H2. The new H2 uses Bluetooth 5.3 up from Bluetooth 5.0 in the original AirPods Pro, but otherwise just aids all of these other features that I'm about to talk about. So one of those is ANC. The active noise cancellation on AirPods Pro 2 has been greatly increased. Apple says it is now twice as effective, thanks in part to the H2 and thanks in other part to new audio drivers that are inside of the earbuds themselves. This new driver is what also enables better audio quality. Apple says you'll hear richer bass and clear audio across a large range of frequencies. Listening to music here, they definitely sound better, but I wouldn't say that they're like miles ahead. It's just improved audio overall, but Apple didn't change anything massively here, but I think it makes a big difference when you combine the better audio quality with the improved ANC. Then we have the adaptive transparency mode. Adaptive transparency mode, which is not coming or available on the first generation AirPods, will automatically decrease outside noises that are loud when you have transparency mode on. So if you had transparency mode on and then something slammed down or a power tool came on or a siren blared, it could be very loud in your ears. But with AirPods Pro 2 and the new faster H2 chip, Apple's able to process that audio incredibly quickly and decrease the volume in your ears when those loud noises happen. I've been working up in the wood shop recently, and as I'm working and I turn on a saw or something like that, it's really cool to hear that sound actively reduced and not nearly as loud in my ears. It's almost like I'm using the adaptive headphones for working in a wood shop, but they're AirPods Pro 2, and I think that's very cool. They're maybe not quite as fast as some of those other dedicated ear muffs, ear covers, protective ones, but it's still super cool. And aside from a wood shop, sirens, and all these other noises can be actively reduced down to help protect your ears. I think it's very cool, and this is one of my favorite new features on the second generation AirPods Pro. So those are the biggest differences, the new features of AirPods Pro 2. A lot to love, and I hope you love it too. If you want to grab AirPods Pro 2, I've got links and deals down below in the description. Otherwise, stay tuned. I have a lot more videos heading your way.